Oh, and welcome to the latest Anglo Jers podcast with me, your host Owen, down here south of the border. Please don't hold that against me. But remember, guys, to hit that sub and ring that notification bell and give this video a like. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Guys, thank you for joining the Anglo Jers podcast. Thank you for choosing to watch as Rangers get back to winning ways with a 3-1 victory this afternoon against Kilmarnock in what really was a game of two halves, wasn't it? That's an old traditional saying, isn't it? A very old saying about a game of two halves, but it definitely was this afternoon. Goals from Connor Goldson, Fashion Sakala, and obviously Tav from the penalty spot, and then a goal from Dorset in the second half, obviously bringing Kilmarnock back into the game. I suppose it's always the danger, isn't it, when you're 3-0 up at half time that you kind of give up in that second half and let the game just kind of drift. I think obviously the best analysis I heard was the fact that there was no Rangers player under 7 out of 10 in that first half, and then it kind of dropped off in the second half. Certainly an interesting lineup named by manager Michael Beale. Obviously, we saw Alan McGregor, Tav, Goldson, Davis, Barisic, Jack, Raskin, Cantwell, Fashion Jr., Sakala, Kent, and Cholak. On the bench, then we had McLaughlin, Lundstrom, Hadji, Sauter. Good to have Hadji back. Kamara, good to have Sauter back as well. Morelos, Wright, Arfield, and Devine. Many people obviously want to see Devine actually start ahead of Tav and given the league games to play, and obviously then have Tav in the cup. That is certainly a thing that's gone on amongst a lot of Rangers fans. Certainly a very, interesting lineup. Number of changes made. Good to have Nicholas Raskin back in the team. And he gave us legs in midfield. I think that's one of the biggest things, kind of, you look at that team and you kind of say, well, one of the biggest, most refreshing things is you've got 11 fit players on the park there, and not, as we had against Celtic, last Sunday, where we had obviously Lundstrom not fit, Tillman not fit, Morelos, who doesn't look fit at all this season. And that is obviously a team that features a lot more fit players. Some good, some good performances today as well. I thought Ryan Jack did very well today. I thought Raskin was great again. I thought Cantwell was absolutely superb again. He really was everywhere. He was everything to all men. He was all over the pitch. He really was the archetypal playmaker, wasn't he? I thought he was absolutely superb today. He really did make a difference when he came on. He played when he came on. So when he started, sorry, he played very well. He was everywhere. He got involved in everything. He helped create chances. He really helped Rangers tick today. And I thought, Todd Cantwell was absolutely superb today. Very much one of the best players on the park this afternoon. Also, I thought Ryan Kent had a very good game as well. And we also saw as well, didn't we? The both sides of fashion as well. We saw him with his goal, but then we saw him, where Ryan Kent squares the ball and he's only got a score, and suddenly somehow he manages to miss, doesn't he? So he certainly is, someone who's very, very frustrating. And I think it sort of lends more credence to the remarks that, that perhaps long term he's more an impact player rather than a starter. Cantwell had obviously this to say after the game as well. It's interesting. He says, we've got to build a baseline for our intensity off the ball, our class on the ball. And I think the first half was a great reflection of that. And I think he's right in that, the first half was fantastic. There was a great baseline. There was a great intensity there. There was a great intensity both on and off the ball. And the way that we used the ball in the first half was absolutely superb. The passing was great. Chances created were very good. I thought the team did exceptionally well in the first half, and the performance was pretty much spot on. A response, wasn't it, really, to obviously last Sunday's result. But obviously, it can never be a make-up. You can never really make up for losing to Celtic by beating Kilmarnock. And that's just it, isn't it? In the day, yeah, it's 3 points. In the day, it's a victory, but it isn't Celtic. It isn't. It's beating Kilmarnock, a game that obviously Rangers are expected to win. And but like I said, I thought it was a better performance. Passing was good. The pressing was good. The football was good, especially first half. And obviously second half, obviously it dropped off a lot. But definitely some positive moments. And let's have a quick reflection on those goals. Let's start off with Connor Goldson's goal. Here it is. And as you can see, I think one of the most impressive things from that goal from Connor Goldson was, I think, Cantwell again, never giving up, getting involved, getting in there, creating, just not giving anything up, and that was fantastic. Obviously, then we had the Fashion Sakala goal. Here you can see a ball in, Sakala jumps, nowhere near it. Layoff by Cholak. Great finish by Sakala. And that's the frustration with him. You see that good finish by him, and then like I said, you see also those misses that he has as well, which are just simply just not good enough. And I think it's something that really does show that Fashion Sakala is not really, I don't think, a long-term starter for Rangers. And obviously we had the VAR penalty check, didn't we? Here you can see it. Fantastic ball through the middle, and the referee rules that hits the Kilmarnock player's, arm. The rules are sort of kind of, I don't know, a bit woolly on this, aren't they? It's kind of if you gain an advantage from it, then you've got to give a penalty or a free kick against the player, and he kind of does gain an advantage, I suppose, in a way, and then obviously it leaves the ref with no choice but to name that, to give that penalty to Rangers, and obviously wasn't there any doubt that Tav would then take that chance. Here you can see Tav lines up, obviously for the pen, little dance on the spot, and a fantastic finish from the penalty spot, as always, from Tav. Good finish to make it 3-0 at that point. Obviously, that Kilmarnock came back, got that goal from Dorset, but overall, like I said, a positive performance from Rangers today, rather than a spectacular performance. A decent display, battling, fighting. Some interesting questions raised as well today, about Ryan Jack. I know Ryan Jack's had a lot of time out injured this season, but do we keep him? Is he a sort of player that complements Nicholas Raskin very, very well? I thought Raskin did very well indeed. Very direct, very much forward thinking, forward running, forward passing. He's all about what Raskin is, and I think at the end of the day, obviously, do we then look for someone like Ryan Jack to play alongside him as a complement, or is the injury problems that Jack has had kind of a hamper to actually keeping hold of him? So overall, guys, a very positive return to form, or to winning ways for Rangers, to 3-1. A very great first half performance, not so great a second half performance at the end of the day, but it's 3 points in the bag, and obviously now we go again. Some positives, like Todd Cantwell, I thought was fantastic as well. Sound playmaker, wanting to get involved with everything, and I think Cantwell obviously showing that he is one of the future players for Rangers midfield, along with Nicholas Raskin. Too obviously very great signings by Michael Beale. Beale proving he really does have an eye for a player. Anyway, thanks for watching the Anglos Jers podcast. I've been your host, Aaron David, with this post-match reaction to Rangers' 3-1 victory over Kilmarnock. Please hit that sub, ring that notification bell, and give this video a like. It really does help with that YouTube algorithm. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back again to speak to you very, very soon, all about Rangers FC.